Warning, high winds approaching, water level rising, temperature increasing, voltage overloading.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel. I don't know what day it is in our daily content grind because this is being recorded in one big block and I haven't decided which video will go up on which day just yet. So bear with me, just imagine it's a lot. So today I have been wandering around town trying to get all my stuff in order before my trip, and honestly, I didn't really expect to pick up anything because buying things ahead of a trip is kind of silly of me. However, I ended up next door to a place called Once Upon a Child, and Once Upon a Child is essentially a secondhand baby store, but people often drop off things that are just toys that they don't know any other way of getting rid of. They don't know that my fine establishment is here and we will take in your, lightly used or still packaged collectibles. I mean, seriously, when I get pro wrestling figures in that store that are still sealed on card, I go like, why is this here? Why? Who brought this in? Who bought this for a baby? But every now and then I do kind of salvage through there and just trying to find something that I can pick up, maybe save, and just maybe, honestly, maybe flip for eBay. Make sure it gets into a collector's hands. But today, I happened to this bag of rescue bots. I believe specifically Rescue Bots Academies because these are the smaller molds. So I thought, you know what? Let's just see what we got. I haven't opened this up yet. You can see, plastic is still in the knot. And we'll just figure out exactly what I just bought. Now, keep in mind, I paid about $8 for this bag of bots. So whatever we come out here, we're not looking for monetary value. This isn't a Pokemon opening stream where all we care about is the money. I just want to see if the toys are in good enough condition to actually be playable or something that I can just sit on a desk and just kind of fiddle with when my hands are bored. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and crack into our rescue bots. And obviously, the first one at the top is Heat Wave. And full disclosure, this would be the first Heat Wave I've ever owned. So keep that in mind. I'm not one to usually get rescue bots. Also, I need to turn the light down just a little bit because he's getting way too washed out. Okay, so from first glance, seems fine. So, used rescue bots. Keep in mind, rescue bots is a toy line designed for, toddlers and, kindergarten and, usually between those 2 points. They usually see a lot of wear and tear. Rescue Bot toys get beaten up pretty good, to the point where there are collectors for Rescue Bots based on the fact that, these get ravaged pretty easily, so if there are any nice ones you really want, you might just have a hard time finding them in good shape. Ironic that. But Heatwave here looks pretty good. I'm not seeing any kind of wear on his, maybe a little bit of wear on the edge of his headlights. Silver seems fine. Windshield seem fine. So do the lights. Yeah, he seems perfectly good, all around. I think the one thing it does look like, it looks like he is missing his ladder. So, yeah, it's not a complete rescue bot. Let's see if we can change. So, close the legs together, fold that up. Okay, yeah, and then it tabs in like so. Yeah, so all the transformation gearing still works. Yeah, poor boy is missing quite a few things here, which is unfortunate, but hey, he still makes a pretty nice red truck. That'd be a nice little comparison when I get my hands on the Age of the Primes Heatwave. And transforming back. Does it still work? Does it still work both ways? Yep. Okay, gearing works fine on him. Okay, so missing a ladder, but that absolutely still works for the purpose that we intend it for. I can sit him on a desk just fine and just have fun transforming him back and forth without much effort or concern. Just something for my busy hands. Okay, so Heatwave gets a pass. Okay, who we got next here? All right. So this one's Wedge. The time when Wedge was a cement mixer. And again, Doesn't look too bad. Well, this one is okay. On second thought, I'm going to amend that statement. Okay, so yeah, he definitely has some wear and tear on him. His bumper has been roughed up, which I would expect on a big truck toy. I would expect this one to have rammed into several things, potentially other trucks, potentially ones in this bag. But I can see where there's a lot of like rough spots around here, around that headlight. Same on this one. That one's taking quite a pounding. Yeah, wheels look a little bit rough, but not too bad. Might just be dirty. A lot of scuffing on the backside of the cement mixer as well. So, fun fact, this has always been my favorite kind of construction vehicle. Like as a kid, the ones that I was interested in most were those big cement mixers, the big spinning drum in the back that was so cool. Like I thought it was so cool. That part of the vehicle was moving while the rest of the vehicle was moving. I thought that was really, really neat. Probably why I liked Mixmaster as a kid, and probably why my Quick Mix survived childhood. So point being, let's see how Wedge turned out. You'll remember I haven't messed with many rescue bots, so transforming them sometimes I might not know like what the exact trick is because it's all automorphing stuff, but he seemed to transform just fine. Yeah, it's all in opening up the mixer drum. Yeah, that works back and forth. Robot mode, let's see here. So he definitely has some scuff along here, though that seems to be rubbed off from the top end here. Like, yeah, like it just seems to be where the kid might have been a little bit too rough transforming it to and from, and it's kind of like scratched off some of the gray plastic onto the knees. Oh, hang on. Wedge, come on. Wedge, work with me. You were just working. There we go. Don't scare me like that. Yeah, this is one of those rescue bots that the design aesthetic loses me when you have like no connection for the shoulders. The floating arm thing that some of them did was always a little bit off-putting, but functionally, yeah, that works fine. Like it got stuck there, but I think that's just because it's just a few parts that are stiff. Oh, yeah, it's just gonna take a little bit of like gentle working in order to make sure he transforms without breaking a gear or something. So for the most part, he works. I might be able to, well, no, he's pinned shut. So I was gonna say I might be able to open him up and see if I can't like clean up the gears and see if I can make that work a little bit better. But he might just be one of those. It just takes a couple of a few little motions before he opens up for me. Yeah, come on. Okay, so he's a little bit stubborn. So probably not the best call for like, yeah, what I'm after here. Okay. So it looks like we have two different figures for salvage. This one quite a bit more complicated for a rescue bot than I anticipated. So let me get his vehicle mode together the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Okay, and this seems to be one of the big gimmicky ones. So, these giant claws up front. Is there some way I'm supposed to be able to use the claws? You move forward. This might be part of a different piece that I'm not familiar with, because I also have a socket down here that's empty. Am I looking at like a combiner I'm not aware of? Yeah, because I'm not getting any kind of robot vibe out of them. Hang on a second. I'm discovering something. Give me a minute here. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh no! It's not... Because it's the same colors as salvage, I thought this was another salvage. No, this is the armor from one of the Cyberverse toys. Oh no. This is the Grimlock, isn't it? If I remember right, this was Grimlock's. I can remember it being horrible. I can remember it being horrible. Okay, so that's not going to do me any good. I can't just use the armor. Grimlock's not in the bag. It's just kind of a dump truck. Oh boy. I have those toys still. Like, I mean, I don't need a secondary dump truck for them, but I guess it's extra armor for somebody else at that size. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. Okay, so one dud out of the bag. One complete dud. That's the thing with Once Upon a Child or any of these thrift stores that deal in like baby stuff, is they have no idea what any of this is or what's supposed to be packed in with anything, you know. They just kind of like, oh, this seems like it goes together, wrap it up in a bag. Okay, here's the one I'm most concerned about. So this one is salvage. But he is a mess. You know, he is not in his correct transformation. Obviously, the gears are out of position. Vehicle mode would look nice if I could get his gears to actually line up correctly. There we go. Okay. Okay, so salvage, and yeah, my camera, you'll notice, is still bugging out. I'll probably be begging for forgiveness on the camera colors for a lot of this. His colors are supposed to be bright and green. Right now on my camera, they look yellow. And I don't know how to change that without messing up the color of everything else. Trust me, he's supposed to be bright and green. I'm working with what I have here at the moment. But, let's see. Wheels all good. Yeah, like, once it all clicked in, everything seemed fine. And yeah, this one has a little bit of bumper damage. This one might have been the crash buddy for Wedge. It's only a little bit on the very edges of the bumper, though. Kind of where I would expect the wear and tear to be. Maybe a tiny little bit on the garbage hooks. That's pretty much it. Everything else seems okay. Like, I was really worried about this one because it was wide open in the bag. You know, and looking at that, it just kind of screamed to me that it was going to be... you know, like all the gears might be broken or it wouldn't transform. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's see how he actually does transform. See, yep. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, okay, gearing was a little bit messy. Oh, there we go. No, he works. He works. It is a little bit jank from the use of the previous owner, the previous child, I'm assuming, but no, it kind of works. You got a very big bulkhead vibe to him now. Is it bad that my immediate thought with that was, wow, they could just take Legacy Bulkhead and repaint him because the heads are so similar and the body shape ends up the same. Where's that custom? There's so many of those lingering around. Like that would, there's your rescue bot. It should be salvage, not heat wave. That would actually fit better. But yeah, it seems to work. Like this one actually clicks into place. Like I actually had to like click these arms into where they go. And then if I move it back and get him here, yeah, there's little spots where the arm set, where they like everything that comes apart tabs into the legs. Yeah, and then it all just kind of, hang on. God, the hell, yeah, I can get it to hold together. Like, yeah, like there's friction points for all this. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's a little bit weird functioning, but it does seem to, well, it does seem to still work, albeit a little bit loose in some parts. Yeah, that works. Okay, so for the actual rescue bots, we're basically 3 for 3 here. I should hope things that are meant for toddlers to throw around would be made to be durable. You know, especially considering they have, you know, geared gimmicks like this. And then we have the last one, and this is kind of the reason I bought the bag. Girl Whirl. I really like Girl Whirl, but I didn't want to buy a box of 4 figures just to get one. So here she now sits to hopefully join my collection if her transformation works as well. She does have some rough usage to her. There's some little specks on her windshield. I can also see some roughed up parts on her VTOL fans. This one looks a little bit better. On the back side, I got a little bit of rough paint here at the very top of this silver piece, a little bit there on the edge, but nothing too bad. She's so cute. She's so stinking cute. Okay, and to transform her, I think I just kind of flip her stuff up into position. Oh. Her canopy did not quite make it. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be, like, automatic, or if that's just a manual thing. I'm gonna have to look up just, like, how this one's supposed to work. Okay, so, yeah, here we can see, like, a little bit easier to see how it got roughed up. It looks like this was either at the bottom of a toy bin, because all the stuff that's scuffed up is on like the very edges of things, and it's all on the top. So I'm assuming, I'm assuming this one just got scratched up in a toy bin somewhere, because otherwise there's nothing you could really do that would like scratch up the paint here on the top just in normal play. How about transforming it back? Can we, click in like that. Yeah, so there's like a, okay. Oh yeah, so like there is an audible click to how her canopy functions and her nose cone, like all that. So it looks like it's all done through there. Okay, cool. So yeah, Whirl absolutely works, and that's the one I was really hoping for. Awesome. Okay, good to see, good to see. So nice to see. Like sometimes you can be surprised. So again, I have a trip coming, so I didn't want to go crazy with like thrifty stuff here. You can find some interesting things if you wander into little resale shops like that. You never know what someone would have turned in thinking like it's just a toy, doesn't really have a value to it. Other things I saw there that I skipped on, a Kingdom Megatron that seemed completely fine. For $8, it was a Kingdom Megatron that seemed like it was completely fine. I didn't see any parts missing, and a Jaxus that had no wings. You are going to take trash with the treasure. In some cases, you'll literally have to take trash with the treasure. But it's worth it if you're just in the mood for some cheap Transformer. And hey, sometimes they have some interesting, fun things there. You never know. So these are the rescue bots. We got a full team of 4 here. I think that is a pretty nice haul for $8. So there you go. There's my advisement for the day. Go check your little thrifty shops. Even if it's meant for baby stuff, you don't know what some other person's going to consider for babies. So you might find something fun there. And that will do it. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.